Step 3, learn to pierce the water. And this is just showing some of the patterning exercise. So part of what we do is a lot of rehearsals of this kind you see here. And the whole point of these rehearsals is that once I get in the water and I start moving forward, I'm dealing with balance, I'm dealing with stability, I'm dealing with these positions. I've got a lot of stuff in the computer that's having to be managed, all right? There's a new piece I'm adding to what's already in the computer. All right, so I want to put myself into a position where I'm not having to process so much information, and I can just take that one piece, all right, and put that new piece in before I do it in a slightly more complicated way, so that it's going to take me a little less processing once I go to the next step. And that's that we've got built into this a lot of these rehearsals and tuners, all right, that simplify the information processing you have to do as you do it. So there I am in my previously learned position skate, and now all I'm doing is memorizing that position. All right? Now, what's consequential about that position I'm coming to? All right? Because from here, what I'm going to do is my first weight shift. All right? And in the moment you see me there paused, where my right hand is where I've imprinted it, and my left hand is here, what I'm doing in that moment is I'm visualizing my left hand target. All right? My right hand is at its target, and at that moment what I'm doing is visualizing, before I spear to it, my left hand target. And I want to make sure everything is set up so that my body will move the way I'd like it to in the next moment when I spear to it. So I do a lot of rehearsals and then one spear. And I just do the one until I get one right. I don't do two. All right? I want to make sure I get one right. All right? And then I'll do interrupted, where I'm going to take that moment, I'm going to pause. You'll see me pause here at my goggles, visualize the target, and then do a weight shift, and my left hand goes through the target. Visualize the right target, do a weight shift, and my right hand goes through the target. So that's what the interrupted switches are for. They give me time to visualize, and then afterward, I stop. I'm still gliding and kicking, but what I'm doing is evaluating. Did I go where I wanted to? Because I'm going to adjust the next one based on my assessment of the one I just did. So we build in interrupted switches so I can plan, I can prepare, and then I can assess afterward. And then rhythmic continuous switches, because swimming is rhythmic and continuous. But when I go to swimming, I want to make sure the movements are going to the right place before I start going to full rhythm and continuous. All right, and you can see this looks like swimming. I'm just not taking my hands out. But the reason this helps me to put this piece in before swimming is because I'm trying to change a major concept about freestyle in my mind, in my circuits. All right? The major concept I'm trying to change is the very basic human swimming concept that we divide the body into an upper body and a lower body. Our concept of the swimming body is we've got an upper body that pulls and a lower body that kicks. All right? I'm thinking of the water as being a really dense medium, and I want to turn my body into a fuselage on either side. All right? So now instead of dividing my body here in my mind, I'm dividing it into a right side and a left side. So I've got a streamlinable right side and a streamlinable left side. So I do the series of exercises to change the really fundamental wiring in my brain. All right? Where all I'm doing is coming up to here, cutting a hole and sliding through it. Come up to here, cut a hole and sliding through it to change the very fundamental idea in my brain from upper body, lower body to streamlinable right side, streamlinable left side. All right? And that's what these are meant to rewire my brain for a very different kind of movement. The guy next to me in that underwater shot before, he was upper body, lower body. All right? I'm right side, left side. All right? And then I go from those to whole stroke, and all I'm doing is trying to replicate. And you saw me do 3 switches, take a breath, a leisurely breath, and then just 3 strokes. Until I can do it right for 3 strokes, I don't worry about the other end of the pool. All right, I'll do one cycle, do it right. If I do one cycle right, I'll add a cycle, but only when the first cycle I do is right. All right, and that's a breath meant to allow me a little bit more planning time. It's not the one I'll use when swimming whole stroke. And you can see 3 switches, 3 strokes. Until they get done well, I'm not going to 3 switches plus 6 strokes.